So 2022 has been an interesting year. I can't believe how much has changed in this year. I can't believe it's almost over. That's the crazy part. I remember it was just yesterday that we had just started 2022 and we had such big dreams for this year. My goal was to make $10 million this year. I only got 10% close. We made about 1.4 million. Of course, that's gross, not net. Net was about, I think, like 1.1, somewhere around there. But regardless, we did, hit the $1 million mark for the very first time in a 12-month period. This is my 4th year wholesaling. I've made over like 2.4 million, 2.5 million, something like that, in assignment fees. Not trying to brag or anything, just this is a great milestone for me. It's been a lot of work to get to this point, and it definitely was not easy, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing all the work. At times I wanted to pull my hair out, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast that we deal with. One thing I wanted to touch on was make sure that you guys are very versatile in the deals that you do. Don't just get stuck to only doing regular, easy peasy wholesale deals. You could still make a lot of money doing some of the more complicated stuff, like dealing with heirs, liens, IRS stuff, things of that nature. They are harder, don't get me wrong, they take a lot more time, but the reward is tremendous. Usually those really hard deals, I get really good money out of them. And that's how I've been able to consistently make like 100K every month. So if you got any hard deals that you're doing in North Carolina, don't know what to do with it, give me a call. We can JV together, make something happen, maybe even put some creative financing together and make some money. Why not? I love making money with people. Also, if you have any deals nationwide that you're trying to get rid of, you don't have any buyers, shoot me a message on Instagram. I have over 4.1 million buyers nationwide. You will be vetted and make sure that you are direct to owner or direct to seller. No daisy chains, please, no daisy chains. If you don't have it under contract, please don't hit me up. And if it's listed on the MLS, it better be 40% of ARV if you're hitting me up. I've had a lot of people hit me up with on-market deals that are like discounted $10,000 or $20,000 off of full retail value with no creative finance. That's like a waste of time for me. If they're not selling on the MLS, they sure as heck ain't gonna sell with me. Regardless, hit me up. If you got any questions, hit me up. I'm always available, and I usually respond pretty quickly. So enough of my yapping. Where are we going? So right now we are heading to Shelby, North Carolina. Shelby is a beautiful place. Lots of change over the past few years. Still kind of rough in some areas, but picked up a property the other day for $12,000. We were able to assign it for I think it was like $33,000, $34,000. So like a clean $21,000 assignment fee. Right now I'm gonna go drill open the door so that way we can get into the property, because my buyer wants to do a walkthrough and the seller forgot his keys, or lost his keys actually. So we're gonna go and take a look at it. This one's not that bad. I've actually seen the inside of this place and it's pretty clean. I actually almost took it down because it was so clean. But I got too many projects going on, so I figured, you know what, I'll just wholesale this one because I got another house that I'm trying to buy in a different area, and I'm gonna probably use the money from this property to buy that one. So let's see what this place looks like and let's get over there. All right, so here we are, and this is the house. Clean little house, right? From the outside. So I also control the whole block right here. So all these houses, we have it under contract, except that one right there, which is pretty good. And I wholesaled them all to the same people. So this house is not included in the other package deal that's behind me, but we were able to sell them all together. I think grand total on that is like $40,000, $50,000 assignment fee. So not too bad. Even though we're in a recession, it's still making money out here. I'm gonna go ahead and drill the lock off of this thing and be careful while I'm out here, because this area, as you can see, all these houses are abandoned. There's also, people living in the woods behind here. So I gotta be very careful about what I do, especially stepping around here. But luckily, I got my good old friend GLOCK with me, and we're gonna try to stay safe. So let me get my drill and get my stuff, and then let's go ahead and drill this thing open. Hello, and we're good. All right, so we're finally in here, and this place is pretty decent. I mean, you can see behind me, this is actually not that messed up. Now it is kind of a small house. I want to make sure there's nobody in here because I haven't cleared this house yet. But even though it is small, it's in really decent shape. Usually the type of houses that I wholesale, they don't ever look this nice at all. Like this one's pretty decent. This would be, I think this is like a bedroom area. Over there in the front, there's another bedroom. Over here on the side, there's another bedroom, I think. And I think over there's another bedroom. And then this, I don't know what this is. I think this is probably a bedroom. Don't quote me on it. But you got laundry service right here. Got bathtub, just standard bathroom. I mean, needs some work. Then I think this is the kitchen. Yeah, so this is gonna be, yeah, this is the kitchen. It's a real funky layout. This house is built like in 19 something. So, I mean, houses like this are always gonna have like these weirdo layouts. Then you got your front room here. So probably what somebody would wanna do is flip flop this. And what I mean by that is instead of redoing the whole entire house, you could probably just redo the layout by just moving the front door over where this window is. There's a window in here. So in that window, you could probably flip-flop it, put the window back here, or even just close this up and just put a front door there and then close up this door right here. Because basically what we're doing right now is we're walking in through the living room to go into a bedroom to go into the kitchen. But you know, if you closed off this and just opened up this side and put two doors, then you have your true 2-1 and you don't have to walk into anybody's bedroom to get to the kitchen. Makes sense. But yeah, this place is pretty decent. Not bad. So we have this under contract right now for $12,000. So probably by the time you guys are seeing this, we already closed on it because I think we're closing sometime next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. This is gonna be a good one, man. It sucks that I really wanted to take it down, but two things are working against it. Number one, it's far away from my other projects and I want to get my other projects going. And then the other house that we're buying is a little bit better than this one, even though it costs a lot more money. It's like $60,000, $70,000 versus $12,000, and this probably needs like a good like 40, 50 reno. Now that I drilled that lock off, I'm gonna go ahead and change it out, and I'm actually gonna head home and we're gonna dive into some numbers on how you can be consistent in your wholesaling. I know that this video has been kind of like all over the place, seeing my $12,000 deal, but I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to be consistent and how to even get your first deal and how you could do it pretty easily, easier than you actually think. You just gotta be very consistent, you gotta have a good plan. And I'll show you guys how to put one together. So one of the cool things about that area over there is that main intersecting street that's there is called Buffalo Street. So on Buffalo Street, a very important movie was filmed there, which is actually the movie Selma. If you guys don't know Selma, it's about Dr. Martin Luther King when he was marching, I think in Alabama, and it was like, I've seen the movie, but it was a crazy moment in time and in history. The cool thing is that on that street is actually where one of the parts from Selma was filmed. There's a mortuary there. It's one of the first black mortuaries in Shelby, North Carolina. And I actually know the family. Funny thing is I actually have it under contract right now. It's amazing to see like how much, you know, history you can get sometimes when you're doing stuff in areas like this. Like, this is a small town, hasn't seen much growth in the past, you know, 100 years, and has seen its fair share of, you know, poverty and crime. And the reason is because the city officials just don't want to put money back into this place. But enough about me yapping. That's a pretty cool history moment. You know, the fact that I was actually able to meet the family of the, you know, first black mortician in Shelby was also awesome. You know, like I thought that was super cool to, you know, meet them and know the history. That block, I mean, it's still kind of hot, don't get me wrong. I mean, it still has quite a bit of crime, but it's definitely on the decline because a lot of investors have come in. They've bought a lot of homes. Even the people that currently live there are buying homes and fixing them up and selling them to neighbors, friends, family members, which I think is cool. You know, there's nothing like buying back the block that you live on and making it beautiful if it doesn't look beautiful. You don't want to live in an ugly area. You want to live where there's beauty, where there's peace. So the fact that even, you know, some of the people that live in the community are buying houses and fixing them up, I think is super awesome. Since we're on the topic of wholesaling, and so many people are saying, oh, you know, wholesaling's dead, it's not making any money right now, you know, run for the hills with real estate. You know, people are generally always in fear of something. If you're just getting started in wholesaling and you want to be, oh, hold on, that is a vacant house. That is a very, very vacant house. Oops, and I almost crashed into this lady. So if you're looking to start wholesaling, you know, what are some good tips that could help you guys out? I'm going to give you guys my super secret ninja tips that I don't really share ever, you know, and well, I can't say I don't share ever because I usually always share them on this channel, no matter what. So one of the biggest things that makes me a successful person and what makes me successful in my business is to have a plan. You gotta plan out what you're gonna do. Now, when I first got started, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do bandit signs. I'm gonna do cold calling. I'm gonna, you know, mail people. I'm also gonna send text messages. I'm gonna do a website, and I got no leads. Why? Because I was focusing my attention in too many different places. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to narrow down on one marketing channel and stick with it. You got to do it for at least 3 months before you make any changes. Essentially, you're creating a marketing business, guys. This isn't like, oh, you know, I'm gonna send out some text messages and I'll make it happen today. I know that I make it look that easy, but it really isn't. You know, it took a long time for me to get to that point to where I'm sending text messages out daily and I'm hitting all the right people. That's what you have to learn how to do, is hit the right people. But you're only gonna learn by actually doing it. So have a plan, use one marketing strategy and use it for 3 months. Don't change, don't vary, don't lose hope. Because maybe it's not working right now at this moment, but maybe 2 weeks from now it will work. But you're not gonna find out unless you're consistent and you have a good plan. With that being said, how could you incorporate that? Let's go by saying, my favorite list, of course, is driving for dollars. I don't care what anybody says. I'm always going to drive for dollars. I've had people make fun of me and say that, oh, driving for dollars doesn't work, or you're out here driving for dollars all day long, and you know that's why you have XYZ problem or whatever. I make good money driving for dollars. All the deals I've ever closed, the majority of them have come for driving for dollars. Even my land deals come from driving for dollars. If I've made so much money just driving for dollars, why don't you just use the same? You know, use driving for dollars to your advantage. I'm giving you guys away the actual secret to my whole business. It's just driving for dollars. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by all these wonderful vacant homes that I see, and I want to take my phone and call them, but I promised myself I'm going to be really strategic with my driving for dollars. So go out, drive for dollars, use my deal machine link down in the description. Go out there, find yourself 300 properties, and I want you to market to those 300 people. Whether you're going to call them, I want you to call 20 of them a day. You know, just 20. Spend the time. If you do 20 every single day, I promise you, you'll get a deal. I'm trying to go... I can't really see that well. There was a tree blocking me. But if you could do 20 phone calls every single day to a driving for dollars list of homes that really look like crap, I promise you'll get a deal very, very fast. Faster than you would believe. But you gotta be consistent. So what is that? 20 phone calls a day, 5 days a week. That's 100 phone calls a week. If you can do that, I promise you, you'll get a deal. You will get a deal. Deal machine link down in the description if you want to sign up. You can use it if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Maybe you're on a budget, but you get a 7-day free trial. In 7 days, if you plan it out, 7 days, you could go out and get 300 properties. Super easy. There's like no effort needed to do that. And then you can just cancel your subscription and maybe re-sign up later. So don't just give up and say you can't do it. Just make it happen. That's the only way you guys are gonna get your first deal if you haven't gotten one already. If you wanna consistently get deals, you just gotta be consistent yourself. Consistent in your marketing, consistent in your plan. Don't let yourself get beaten up by, you marketing and not making anything happen. That stuff happens. It happens to me. There's plenty of times where I'll go out, I'll drive for dollars, I'll hit a list, and I get nothing. I get nothing but people telling me to leave them alone. And then sometimes I get, good deals out of it. It just all depends. Got to put in the work, record your findings. This is like a science experiment. I know that I keep rambling on and on and on and on, but this is the real way to wholesale. You just got to be really, really consistent. I'm telling you guys this from example, not just by, me whipping up ideas out of thin air. This is what I do on an everyday basis, and it has never changed. It's never changed. I've been doing the same thing that I've been doing since day one, since I started wholesaling. I've just changed it up a little bit, but I started driving for dollars when I was wholesaling, and it didn't work at first, but I just didn't know what I was doing. That's why it didn't work. But now, the game is different for me, because I go out and I drive for dollars. I know what to look for, and I know who to hit, and I know how to hit them. So I hope you guys found this encouraging. I hope you found some valuable information. Maybe you got a golden nugget out of this whole, ramble of mine, which I hope that you have. And if you have, shoot me a like, give me a sub, share this video with somebody that might, be able to prosper from it. And, just hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook if you want to. Let's make some money together. Appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll catch you guys on another vlog.